I have no idea how I would respond. So then you asked me a few hours later. You told me that I don't know how you got it, and don't say how you got it, please. I don't want anyone else to get ideas. And then you're like, hey, bring me up on stage. I'm like, man, and I'm not talking about people from outside of crypto. People in crypto don't know that community that well. You know, the Solana NFT community, the ETH NFT community, the Cardano NFT community, and you know, it's a community that's kind of excluded from the rest of crypto. And we had one of the people that lost a lot of money, who's an influencer or thought leader in that NFT community. I forgot her name, his name, I think.
Wow.
And
So
the reason I'm bringing that up is when that person came up, they were a very influential person in the NFT community, and they said, Mario, all our funds were on FTX. In my mind, I'm like, how the fuck can someone that influential in the crypto space have all their funds on FTX? They lost it, so my heart goes out to them. And then, you know, I remembered what I've said before, is that the NFT community is new to crypto. They came because of NFTs, because of the art, some of them because of money making, and you know, for various reasons they came into the space because of NFTs. Now they've been fucked really bad. Why? Well, the crash led to obviously the markets falling. But then risk assets within crypto, so crypto is considered a risk asset. Risk assets within risk assets got hit the hardest.
Looks like we're gonna pivot to like an in-home business and stuff.
NFT prices just
I got something for y'all.
dropped like a rock, and there's no liquidity in the NFT market like tokens. So you can't just go out there and sell. When you want to sell, you have to list and wait. And then you've obviously had the native token in which those NFTs are priced also dropped. Solana took a really big hit when the FTX news broke.
How you didn't know you sent $800 million?
Being new to crypto, I'm not saying you are, but the NFT community, and I know you're pretty
nobody
close to
signed off on that.
How are they responding to this? Do you think
gotta have like 4 to 6 signatures
persevere despite this because they've been around throughout the bear market, or was their lack of knowledge of crypto
another
and how badly they
like,
hit?
just
very honestly, do you see a lot of them just finally capitulating and saying fuck
it's like
crypto,
it's crashing,
like what happened in 2017, 2018?
Everything's just falling in. It's all coming out.
Listen, there's been a few
they got
changes
FTX
that have done this to us before,
connected to
both of them,
sex
Zootopia
rings,
and
drugs,
or whatever.
blackmail, like FBI, CIA. This rabbit hole is crazy.
You know, and that's a big difference, Muriel. But one thing I think that's fascinating,
just trying to get it out the mud.
It,
we might still make some money. I made some good money in crypto.
There was
a couple grand for 10,000 a few times, but right now is not the time.
Great.
Especially if you're only buying coins at the low, hoping next year, in 2 years, they're worth more.
And the market cap is like 800
nah, you gotta know how to swing trade, how to short, how to long.
Where's that money
There's
going?
money to be made, but it's war out here. It's the battleground.
And all that's going to happen recently is more and more people are going to have less confidence. But you almost wonder,
serious out here.
What's the trickle effect? How many of these cryptocurrencies that are out there are going to be affected with what's going on? Like, we don't know what's going on with crypto.
Bro, you have no idea how badly they got annihilated. You've got projects, it hurts me, like Star Atlas. I invested in Star Atlas. I'll give you the mic back, sorry to interrupt me, but I invested in Star Atlas like 2-3 weeks ago, and I've spoken highly of them. I still speak highly of them.
My money
incredible team, one of the top decentralized games being built.
How do you spend it? Is it real money? Yeah.
Why the fuck they did.
I sent it from my
MetaMask to my
Crypto.com, then I loaded up onto my Visa card.
How much of it, Kyle? Like
go to the ATM and I pull my shit out.
Half. They had half of their money on FTX. No, that's number one. So a lot of these projects, or a big bunch of these projects, had their money on centralized exchanges because who knows fucking why. Number two, they have their token listed on many of those exchanges. They're like capitulating. Some of the top projects were listed on FTX. And number three, the worst one, Alameda is an early investor in a whole bunch of them. And they always say, we don't dump your tokens. And they have unlocked tokens in many cases. So Alameda's sitting on a big bunch of tokens.
People don't know.
They liquidated a whole bunch of them.
So rabbit hole.
They're sitting on a big bunch of tokens and all these different projects.
You get a project, you think you're
investing into that project,
and
yes, but that project's also
invested really early and invested big amounts of money. So these fucking projects,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
And I don't know how many of them,
especially in these DeFi projects.
But it hurts.
It get my heart beating though. I'm making money.
I think think the dumping hasn't really started. Like, you know, people are
I'm
like,
losing
yeah,
right
take
now.
money
Like,
off-
you know,
off of the,
who ain't,
off of
but
these exchanges, put it on
guys who know how to
just
short
careful.
stuff,
ledgers,
they're making their
whatever.
money. You can
But
make money
I
while
almost
it's going
wonder in the
down.
future, like, we don't know what's going to happen
You can
with
make money while it's
crypto.com.
going
Let's
up.
just say they go
A
bankrupt
lot of
or
us,
whatever.
though,
We
we
don't know
just
what's
know how
gonna
to
happen.
put some
But
money
even
in
if
for
they
the
don't,
low and hope
there's so many ripple
it's worth
effects.
more
Like,
in a
a
couple
lot of the
years.
cryptocurrencies are
30,
down
40
so much.
X
And
our
we don't
money.
need 22,000 of
And
them.
yeah, you
Do we
know,
even need 1,000
that
of
could
them?
happen.
We only need a couple hundred of
But
them, and they're all overpriced.
there's
They have
1,000
nothing
ways
behind
to
them, Mario. There is nothing
me
behind
in
them.
Michigan,
If
skin
you
a
had
deer.
a public traded company, bro, and you had nothing
In
behind
crypto,
your
there's so
company,
many ways to
try
make
to
money.
try to
So
raise
many
a couple
different
$1 million,
ways.
bro. I mean,
I like to
it
take my
happens
coins
sometimes
and I
with
like to
social media.
stake them.
I mean, it happens,
Put
but
them
it's
in
very
LPs
rare.
or farms.
And I think
I don't want
the
to just sit
public's
there
gonna
not
get
making
hurt.
money. I
And
need
so
my
many
money
people
to
got
make money.
lost and
So I
have
want to
so much
multiply
money
those.
tied
Or I
into
want to earn
FTX,
rewards in
and it's
B&B
only going
or
to make
something.
them potentially leave the
So
market.
that's what I do with mine.
But I think there's so many corporations that are out there that are going to get
Like I
people
said, I use
onboarded in the
MetaMask and I
future.
use
And like, you know, you had
Crypto.com.
Uniswap talking before. Like, there's so many companies that are going to properly onboard people. and
Crypto.com
hopefully
does have
keep
a
them
DeFi
safe.
app too.
And I think, you know, like,
So I
you
think
know,
I'm gonna
even
move
look
my
how
money
many
over
people have been
there.
hacked. You know how many people have been
I'll show you
hacked?
guys.
And this
I'll
just
screen
keeps
record it.
happening. And there's no
Let's see if
better
it's gonna let
security
us move the
besides
money.
ledgers and
Let's
this
see
and
if
that.
it's gonna tell us to wait
It's just
24
scary out
hours.
there.
And to give you some numbers, like someone
We'll
just
update
messaged
people,
me
let
now,
you
just
know.
to give you
I'll
all
keep
some
buying
numbers.
and selling in there.
Someone said to me a project.
We'll see
so
how
let me
long
just
it
check
lets
this
us.
verified. Yeah, so the
I'll move some to
project
the
that was
DeFi. We'll
the
see
top
that. And I'm gonna
Solana
open them
NFT project
boxes
called
still.
D-Gods.
We're just gonna
A
spend all our
very solid
points.
founder,
Fucking.
very solid project,
I was
and
trying to wait,
respected in the
but
space. I think VCs
what
invested
better
as well.
time?
It was not through the bear market. Before the crash, in dollar terms, it was $10,000. It dropped all the way down to $2,000 in like 2-3 days, I guess, because it's pre and post crash. And that's the number one project Solana now. I think it's sitting at 3K. It just gives you an idea of,
You gotta get to the
how badly,
business.
going back to the NFT projects, how badly the projects got
It's
hit.
muddy.
So I
It's
appreciate you
muddy.
bringing that up, man.
It is
And,
muddy.
yeah.
Get
The
your
thing is, I
boots
think a
on.
strong correlation is this, right? What happens if Solana goes to zero?
We're gonna make
All
some
those
money in here
NFTs
still. We're
Because
gonna get it out the
of
mud.
because
The money
this
we got in
FTX
here, we're gonna make it work.
And there's so
I
many
ain't just
thing
gonna
will
lose.
affect it
exchanges
all.
out there that we
What I
don't
got
know
left in here, we gonna
what
work
the
it.
next few months are going to do. There's recessions in different countries, right? But if people start
Yeah, we
exiting
better
through
off,
the
you
doors
know.
and
People are
there's
exiting.
the
You need
confidence
some
is
in-home business.
decreased. Yeah, all these companies
Make a
like
product,
Starbucks,
do
Disney, that are
shirts,
going to get people onboarded in the
stickers,
future. I mean, that's
anything.
interesting.
Something you can do from the
But I think
house.
also
Listen
people
up,
have to
man.
pay attention to the numbers. Like, yeah, ETH and Bitcoin might be near their lows over the
Need some
last
goods
6
and
months.
services you can
But let's
sell
just
and
say
trade,
Matic
especially
and
around your
Polygon,
community
which could
and
be taking
stuff.
over the world. I almost look at that
This
as like
cryptocurrency
EV
and stuff,
cars.
I
Like
don't know.
Polygon is like EV cars before Elon
Make
Musk
sure you
made
got
it
something you
cool.
can sell.
And ETH NFTs are like gas cars. And yeah, like they're cool.
Your money ain't
And it's
gonna be
funny how
worth
people are
nothing.
talking about 2% royalties, 2% royalties.
Spend it on
Mary. I'm
something
like,
that's
what are you
gonna
guys talking about? 2%
appreciate
royalties?
value.
Who cares? Look how much money
Get
people
your
are
name
spending
on
on
some
gas.
slips. Grab a
And
few
gas is
cars.
cheap now.
Put them away.
Wait
Sell
till
it
it
for you
goes
can
up
sell
to
them
like
later if you need
all-time
to.
highs again when it's like 200
Grab some
GWI.
gold,
You guys are wasting
real
your time
gold.
talking about like 2%
Waste
royalties.
time, no
and Apple
diamonds
came
and
out with
shit.
30%
Go get a
royalties.
gold chain,
Trust
that's
me,
cool,
Apple
but
set
just
the
gold.
tone.
Don't put a
I
whole bunch of
appreciate it,
diamonds
man.
and
Alex,
shit.
I'll give you the micro.
Yeah, I just want to say a quick comment on
I'm just
prices.
scared to put
I
your money in
think
anything right now.
the number one argument
The bank
against
just uses your money and puts it in
cryptocurrencies being
life insurance.
securities
You do that
is that they
yourself,
should
be
be
your own
deemed
bank.
commodities.
Tell y'all about that one
meaning
too.
You need the currency in order to transact
I don't want them
and
controlling my
leverage
money and
these
holding it
layer
for
one
me.
blockchain
Nah.
networks, or at least that's
Hell
what
nah.
the layer one tokens
hope
all
we-
postulate is their purpose. And
We
I
can't
think
do this.
moving forward, if we are going to move
See how
from
China's
this
doing.
speculative realm where
They got
I
their
do think there
crypto
is a
there, but
large
it's
degree
their
of
currency, their
speculation,
real currency.
we need
They're
to see
gonna
more
have
mainstream
they want a
adoption
one world currency.
of
Like this rabbit
apps
hole
on
is
these
deep.
blockchains. And I think if you look at today, a lot of, if you go to DappRadar, for instance, if you look at
This
even some of the
FTX
top layer
stuff
one
affected
blockchains
a
like
lot of
Ethereum,
people, a lot of projects,
like even like
a
Solana
lot
and
was
whatnot, you're
lost.
still
This
only
is like
seeing
one of the
daily
biggest-
active users in the thousands
one
or
of the
tens
biggest.
of
This
so
might
thousands.
bad.
be bigger than the
So,
Terra
I
Luna
think it's
stuff,
correct
all that. This is a
these
big one.
assets
This affected
remain
a lot
because the
of
networks
people,
haven't been
a
adopted
lot
to
of
the
projects,
degree they
and
need
just
to have actual
you know,
demand
people
side
even wanting to come
price
into the
pressure.
space. It affected
And
a lot
then,
of
moving forward, if we want to see them be deemed commodities and actually see stable prices, we need the applications on the base networks to be adopted. Right now,
she knows.
the vast
have to
majority
build it all
people that
back.
are engaging in the world of crypto, and I put it in
Took
quotes,
it back for
is
sure.
through centralized
It's a setback,
exchanges who
but
are a custodial
the
layer
comeback
on
gonna
top
be
of these
hard.
blockchains. So, the last
Get
point I would
ready.
make is obviously, with the Fed
build
and
these
raising
companies
interest
like
rates for a
Disney and
number of
all them,
quarters
like
in a
they're
row,
saying,
this hurt
big
crypto
businesses
asset
like
prices
that. The
because
next
of the fact
wave that comes through, it's going to
these
be
are
that kind of
considered
money.
risk-on speculative assets. And if at some point in the future we
Big
want to see a
businesses.
decoupling
There's gonna be games,
cryptocurrencies from
like
high growth
big
stocks
gaming
or other
companies,
assets
they're
of
gonna
that
be
nature,
coming. They're
we
gonna
do
start
need
using
them to be
crypto
used
for their
like commodities,
games.
like the
It's
way
all gonna
that
be
you
all
pay
kinds
for
of
gas
stuff.
and move on the car. It's a way of paying
All
actual
kinds
fees
of
on a network
big
that you
investors.
use
It's gonna
every
be
day.
them kind of investors, the big long term.
Chet, could you check the group, please? There's someone that wants to come on stage that the team just validated. So if you could bring him up, and if you agree with the DD done, and for the speakers, anyone requesting to speak.
Yes, this man is legitimate. I will go ahead and verify that as well. So we have someone internal
check our wallet
who will not be named, and we're going to try to bring him up. But he is requested to speak and give his some side of the story. So he's going to be anonymous. But we can tell you that we verified that he is from FTX once we bring him up.
Oh, he's from FTX? Here we go.
FTX coming in. Let's see what.
Thank you for watching. I love the views, but I need some subscribers,
I do want to
Come
quickly
on.
refresh the room for anyone that doesn't know who we are and why we're doing this. Just very briefly. So I've been in crypto since 2017 and launched an incubator which still exists today called IBC. So we're invested in a lot of projects. If anyone got hurt, probably us VCs, me, Kyle, and others, more than anyone. Because we're invested in a lot of these tokens that are being destroyed by these exchanges. So that's my incubator since 2017. Travel the world talking about the metaverse and NFTs, and have a co-founder of NFT Tech, which is a public company, works with a lot of the top brands in the metaverse space. Chet works with my team. He's ex-Air Force Intelligence, ex-nuclear weapons program, whatever position, and ex-everything that sounds really sexy in the government. And that's Chet's background, and he's the investigator and the co-host of the show. And of course, there's the whole team behind the scenes that's leading the show, and that's the IBC team. I put IBC on pause so I can make this happen because obviously I didn't plan for it. So that's a brief overview of who we are. While we wait for the insider to come on, when he comes on, Chet, you could just jump in and speak because I want Tara to speak. Tara, you ate 2 speakers on stage live yesterday. I loved your energy. How are you?
He been going for
like 10 Mario. Hi, Chet. Hi, Alex, and everyone else in the room. Really quick, I don't want to take up too much time, and I know you have other people coming up who have more pertinent information to share with the group, but while they're loading in, I just wanted to really quickly say, I think that this right here, what you're doing, is being heavily downplayed, obviously by mainstream media, because you're essentially
I'm recording this because I think they're going to try to take his shit down.
Putting them out of business by doing what you're doing. And I just want to say, in the
future,
this will be, and already we're seeing how important this is to be able to get this real-time information to, large groups of people. And I think you're basically proving the entire thesis on why Elon Musk needed to take over this platform in order to not have views and different information censored or suppressed and not being shared. Spaces like this would be heavily suppressed in the past and difficult to find, or removing people from them. I've had many issues in the past with that, so it already seems that the platform is so much better with Elon Musk running it, and then you guys going above and beyond to keep the information flowing has just been huge. I mean, it's massive. I'm seeing the media taking information from you guys to share.
Blowing up. Everybody's gonna be on the run. They filling them private jets
up. I was planning to do some today, but obviously woke up to the crypto.com bullshit.
There's that delay, right, Mario?
There's
like this huge delay. This is where the information is. So, and it is an information war going on in the world. So, I just want to say thank you. And I know you brought up the tokenized stuff that they were dealing in Alameda and FTX. I shared something to you and Chet. In regard to that, it wasn't just projects that they were involved in, it was also the stock market. They I guess offered tokenized securities known as tokens.
A lot of these places take
so that's why I do believe that there could be some fallout in regard to the stock market even as soon as this week.
I think we'll continue seeing check, unmute, and interrupt us every few minutes with breaking news throughout this.
These exchanges, like, if it's not like in DeFi, your keys, your money, but you don't have the keys. Like, they control what they do with your money. So they take our money and put it wherever they want, try to make more. But they just lining their shit.
Insider at FTX to share the experience. We've had a few insiders come on and they've given us some good insight. We had someone, we even had an insider on stage and she confirmed exactly where Sam lived.
Like I said, don't get me wrong.
Floor.
I love this game. You get your heart pumping, but it's war out here. You can get some money. You just gotta know how to short, how to trade and stuff.
So, just something that we're seeing here, Mario, from the on-chain analytics again.
Price is so low, it's crazy.
Two of the FTX counts were very healthy.
I'm not in no positions. I'm gonna take my money out.
January or
just
February,
wait.
and there was huge drops in
anything looks
balances.
like it's gonna turn around, I'll pounce in for the low and try to ride the wave up.
FTX2 balance, for instance, dumped from $4 billion to basically zero over 3 weeks. And we're basically trying to consolidate everything.
We're just losing billions left and right.
It looks
Don't
like
even know where they're going.
That we were hearing, you remember this, I think, Mario. The claim that we were hearing, like on the last space, however many hours ago, 20 hours ago, whatever. That this might have been backdated all the way back to January. It looks like that might be the case.
Jesus Christ. So we shared, can you make a tweet about this, Chet?
People had money in FTX.
We shared, and send me the tweet to look at it. Just let's be safe what we tweet. It's just getting a lot of reach. But we shared this a while ago that some people, I can't remember who mentioned it.
Yeah, I think they're live on their Twitter space.
So someone that we verified legitimate,
I'll share their link.
Mentioned that some people knew about the auditor. One of the auditors or auditing firms for FTX or Alameda, from memory, they shared that many people, many insiders knew of the whole Alameda mess.
So like and subscribe.
Since April
FTX money laundering
last year.
scandal.
Not 2022, 2021. Not knew of the information. Apparently Alameda was technically insolvent since April last year, Alameda and FTX. Now this, obviously we couldn't verify it other than the source being
I'm trying to get on the stage, so...
But there's a lot of shit that would have
comment what you want me to ask, whatever. Even if it's tomorrow,
and
just
then
if you got any questions, go ahead and leave them down there.
People have no idea.
Kind of validate that in a way. So what you're saying is that the fucking wallet of FTX,
you have to
3
watch
weeks
some
in
of the
January, I think
information
you
out there
said, this
too.
year, I guess. In 3 weeks it dropped
I got a couple of
how
Twitter
many
spaces you guys can follow for this.
One of their account balances. And keep in mind, they did have several different accounts that they were using. But these on-chain analysts are looking into lots of different accounts and saying they're seeing some pretty wild shit. So the red flag they said here, and this was from
if you got Discord, this is from go on Nat Chat. She always post everything. I know it's on there.
He said that the red flag here is FTX2 balance dumps from $4 billion to basically zero over 3 weeks. And then they're cross-checking that now with big spikes into the Alameda wallets over the same period. Now, it looks, from everything that they're saying, that at a minimum, there was definitely some shady things already starting to happen.
I'll come back and we'll react
most likely in January, February.